Hi guys, hope you're all okay. As the title says, this is my April favourites. I apologise that I sound a little bit like a man, and I have a ghillie that wants to be in the video. If you follow me on Twitter or you've seen any of our vlogs, you'll be aware that we've been a very germy house in April. We're getting better now, it's at the end of it, but I still sound a bit manly. Sorry guys. Also, as you saw with the entrance of Gilly, shooting in this location again because I like the lighting, but it does mean the boys can jump in and out as they wish. So yeah, let's crack right on. My first favourite for this month is this foam cool by Soap and Glory. It's a shower and bath body wash. I can't believe there was a Soap and Glory product that I hadn't tried before. My sister bought me this. Really enjoying it. As the title of the product would kind of lead you to believe, it foams really nicely. It's light. Sometimes I think that certain shower gels can be a bit drying, but I didn't find this with this. And it smells really lovely. Oh, that was a big yawn by Darwin. The next item is from Lush. It is Marilyn. This is a hair treatment for blonde, dyed blonde hair. It helps lighten and brighten the blonde, really. It's like a pre-wash treatment, so you put it on your hair, you let it sit for like 20 minutes, and then you rinse that and then you wash as you normally would. I saw this, it was either in her February or March favourites, Brianne, her channel used to be called Fashion Rocks My Socks, and yeah, she recommended it. I've loved it. It says on the packaging and online and every review I've seen of it, it says that you must put it on dry hair, but when I was actually in Lush, the shop assistant was like, no, because obviously my hair is quite long. My hair is very thin, but there's a lot of it. She said, you know, dampen your hair so it goes a little bit further. Otherwise, one pot would only last 2 goes, which goes if your hair's a bit, you dampen it, it will go further. And I'm really loving it, and it smells divine. The next item is by L'Oreal Paris. It is the Go 360 Clean. Oh, if you heard that, Gilly's having a whinge. I picked this up at my local 99p shop. I really gutted I didn't pick up more. But basically it's a face scrub. It's got little exfoliating beads in it, and it has this little doodah. I don't know what else to call it. So basically you put a little bit on here and I love it. I've love it, and I don't know if you can see how little it's gone down. And I've used it pretty much every day since I've got it. But you use the tiniest amount and it just feels lovely on your skin. I don't know. I don't know if my skin's been any better than it normally would with my other facial routine, but it's been no worse. But it feels really nice while you're using it. The next item was a birthday present from John. If I get it out of the box, I love this perfume. It is the DKNY Red Delicious. Looks like that. Yeah, you can see that I have caned that a little bit this month. If you haven't tried this, I like both the green and the red, but oh, it is divine. But I get a little bit over crazy with it, a little bit overzealous. So I have to be careful because otherwise I will just douse myself in it, but I love it. Next item is a handbag. Now, it looks like this. Oh, you may have already seen this if you've seen my birthday haul. Basically, it's a satchel with this amazing bird print. I'm obsessed with bird print, as you may know. My mum got me this for my birthday. It was a £5. It's from a website called everythingsfivepound.com, I believe. Yeah, basically I put this on my Pinterest account. I pinned it I love Pinterest. If you don't have Pinterest, don't do it because you'll get addicted. But if you already have Pinterest, go and check me out, because I do pin fab things like this on there, so my mum can go and find it and buy it for my birthday. Quality wise, so far I've had no issues with it. I'm going to kind of reckon it says it's like at the Primark level of quality, but it's like an oilcloth finish. The lining inside, it's full of my stuff, is really pretty. But yeah, I've used it every day since my birthday. The next item is this beautiful affinity scarf. I got this for my birthday from my friend Hannah, I think. Originally I thought my friend Michelle bought it for me, and I thanked her. I was a little bit squiffy when I was given my presents, and I thanked her for it. She's like, I didn't give you that. So it must be my friend Hannah. There is no label on it, so I don't know where it's from, but it's a affinity scarf. I've worn it a lot. Yeah, it was pretty much, I wore it pretty much every day the week after my birthday, and I've worn it a lot since. My next favourite is a pair of flip-flops. Ding! These are from Primark. It's raining today and it's windy and it's horrible outside, but the last week has been glorious sunshine, so I've worn these a lot. They were £2.50 at Primark. They come in multiple colours and they're super comfortable. As I said earlier, we've been a germy house in April, and moisturising has been a big thing. And hello, Darwin. I've got a Darwin trying to get onto my lap. You want to get on my lap? You're too big. No? You're too big. There we go. There we go. So yes, moisturising has been very important because obviously I get a cold and everything dries out. My sides of my lips split. It's awful. And I normally stick to my Clinique Dramatically Different moisturiser. I love it. It's my favourite. But because my skin was feeling so horrible, I kind of had to amp it up a little bit. And I've been using this Capture R6080. It's a wrinkle cream by Dior. It looks like that. It's a really thick cream. I really love the smell of it though. I kind of normally call this my hangover face cream, because if I'm really hungover, this is stuff I use just because it's that bit thicker. You can feel the moisture going into your skin. Yeah, it just feels divine. But it's super expensive, so I don't use it that often. If I ever buy anything from the Dior counter, like Dior mascara is epic, and they offer me samples, I always ask for this. Because it's expensive. And kind of staying on the whole germy thing, this is kind of a strange thing to have in a favourites. But I'm including tissues. This is the Kleenex Balsam Man Size. It's kind of got a balm in it so your nose doesn't crack. And this has kind of saved me this month. And then I have a book. This is a cookery book. It's called A Girl Called Jack. And it's 100 delicious budget recipes. The author is a lady called Jack Monroe. I am obsessed with her. I love her. I follow her blog. I follow her on Instagram and Twitter, and if she's ever on TV, I watch her. She kind of has a it's kind of like commentary on where we are economically, but not like in a financial point, but isn't, about fuel poverty and hunger poverty and people in this country struggling to kind of have a good standard of life, really. And I'm into that. But her recipes, if you're not into that whole political side of it, her book's not about that. Her book is about her recipes, and they are yummy and amazing and super cheap, and should hopefully save everybody loads of money. And I don't really have a favourite app for this month, but I do have a favourite app. Basically, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have noticed I've gone a little bit OTT on the collage photos, and that's using an app called PhotoGrid, which this isn't really going to show you, but if I open it up on my phone, basically you're able to select different, it's called PhotoGrid, it's a free app, I'm very cheap, I don't pay for apps. And basically you can select photos from your gallery or from your Instagram or from any other photo app you have on your phone. And if I just pick 4 photos, and then it puts it in a grid for you, and you can change the grid, you can resize the photos, you can change the colour of the background, and then you upload it to Instagram. So that's kind of my favourite app. And if you're fed up with the collage grids on Instagram, I'm sorry, but I love it. This is my unfavourite. This bra strap and this top. So apologies if you're offended. And I'm going to end this month's favourites on my 2 favourite TV programmes of the month. I am showing a lot of booby today, guys. I'm sorry. And Gilly is deciding to make a lot of noise in the background. Yes, so I have finally finished season 4 of The Walking Dead. A little bit behind everyone else, I know. Walking Dead is one of my favourite TV programmes, period. I love Andrew Lincoln, have done ever since my mid-teens. Obsessed with him from this life onwards, basically. And zombie films are my favourite kind of movie. Even the bad zombie films I kind of like in an ironic kind of way. Obviously, I think I've spoken about this before. When Walking Dead first started, I was a bit, Andrew Lincoln's American accent sucks. But I've accepted it and moved on. I really enjoyed this season. I loved the Glenn and Maggie journey that we all went on. Try not to do any spoilers in case you haven't seen it. Was disappointed with the last episode. Didn't finish how I wanted it to finish. I thought it was a bit bland. But, you know, can't have everything. And then obviously, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you've probably already guessed this. My ultimate yay for April was the return of Game of Thrones. I loved it. The first episode was epic. It was something I think every Game of Thrones fan has wanted to happen since the first or second episode of the first series. There's not been enough Jon Snow, in my opinion, so far. Jon Snow, I would definitely be House Stark, but Jon Snow I am in love with. Jon Snow, you know nothing, Jon Snow. Sorry, I'm talking to Gilly. But yeah, I love it. Even the graphic, horrendous bits that happened in the last episode. Again, try not to spoil anything for anyone. But I love Game of Thrones. Both me and John love it. The best and worst thing about Mondays is that we get to watch Game of Thrones, but the worst bit is once it's finished, we've got to wait another week. So yeah, if you've not watched Game of Thrones or Walking Dead, I would definitely recommend it. They're both epic programmes. And yes, I have rabbled on far too much. I hope you've had a great April, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye guys.